Now, just like with Shidoru, for example, this is the complete book of Taekwondo forms, right? Now, the thing is, each form represents a belt as well. A belt level, right? Now, with Shidoru, we had 8 forms, right? 8 forms 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then after that, we had, I think it was called Sanchin or something like that. Yeah. Right. I forgot the name, but I read it. But see here, each form represents a belt. And they also got 2 extra forms, right, that aren't even listed, right? And they teach you also the fundamentals for the form, right? Now, does that mean I can kick your ass, or per se? No, not necessarily. not necessarily. That depends on how bad I'm hurting that day if you try to attack me, dumbass, right? You might can still kick my ass, but you're not kicking the ass of the real Shane Lee, right? What you're doing is kicking the ass of the disabled Shane Lee, so that's not good for you. That's doing good for you. That's stupid of you, right? In fact, right? Now, this book here takes you all the way to 3rd degree black belt. So that's one step higher than that belt I got there with the Kimpo system. Right? Now, again, to get that, all I got to do is see if I can do the forms and do them too. But since technically it's on the honor system, and I can't legally demonstrate the forms without maybe bridging some copyright law, I don't know. I'm just trying to, show you I'm watching the tapes and can do the techniques, right? And critiquing them instead of, right? If I think something could get you hurt or harmed, I'm saying something, but there's like only a few things I think wouldn't really work out, right? Not a lot. Most of it seems rational, right? And good forms of self-defense. And there's like over 60 techniques on the tape total or video total, right? But up to here, your 9th to 1st gup, right? Then your first stand, right, which is similar to karate, right? So your 9th gup to 1st gup, right? In Taekwondo, right? Now I also got older books, right, of Taekwondo up here and things like that. But that just makes me technically a 3rd black belt, 3rd degree black belt in Taekwondo. Why? Because I can do the forms, right? I can just go over them and know I can do them, right? Now, what am I basing it on, though? Probably before I build. I'm not saying now I would do it perfectly like I could before I was injured. No, that I'm not saying that either. But you want to pretend I am. Right, because I'm threatening you, not you me. I'm the one being called a pedophile, not you, which could get someone murdered. Because that's the worst crime you can commit. But I'm not supposed to say nothing about that. Fuck you. No, I didn't molest my stepdaughter. Which is the first thing I told him. What the hell are you talking about? If I molested my stepdaughter, my ex-wife would have put my ass in jail because we broke up under weird circumstances because she left me stranded in Tennessee, right? Now, if she's bold enough to leave me stranded in Tennessee, if I touched her little daughter, do you think I would be in jail that night? Especially if I moved back to base. What the hell you talking about? What the hell you talking about? There's a time for you to shut up about that, and you should have never started in the first place, but I don't know who the hell you are. You got me thinking you're the biological dad because of what I went through with Lisa Baker. I don't know, right? Who the hell this is, right? Or something, right? Whatever really you've met, technically I'm the meat man. So, anyway. And the only one who could have seen something weird would be Daphne herself, but it still don't mean I would do something sexual with her daughter right there, and her right there. Now, the weirdest thing I think I would do, this is being honest, right, and making up, different things you could do, if she were to come in there to you, including, what if she peed herself or something, what would you do then? You would have to smell her, you would have to make sure she didn't, right, and that she didn't need a shower or a bath. But you're making that up, right? I'm not. I never said that happened. Only thing I confessed to is what you wanted to hear in your own mind, right? But what did I actually say happened? Well, I was sleeping on the couch and the child came in there to me. And I brought it back to her mom. Basically. Kind of rubbed her crotch in my face while waking me up. Maybe. She could have done that too, right? Or I could have seen her over by the bathroom and went over to help her. Right. Hello? That's all I'm saying. That's what you're saying. Right. You're not even wanting to hear anything but some kind of made-up confession. Well, that's all I can tell you is a made-up confession. Because if my ex-wife knew I touched her daughter, and again, I would have to bring her back in there to her. She could go to the police that night, and I'd be done, right? There's nothing to be sorry for. Right? What does it mean? You gotta feel sorry for him. Well, fuck feeling sorry for me. If I did that, I need to know that so I don't do it again, too. Right? I didn't, plan it out. It's not like I wasn't sleeping on the couch by a certain time every night. Before I even met the girl, usually around 11. I mean, come on, right? That's just a pattern for me, right? And usually when I go to sleep, I'm asleep till morning, right? Then I wake up, right? Unless I gotta pee or something at night myself. You see what I mean? But you want me to make something up? Anyone can make something up there, right? Including, since the grandma raised her, I asked the girl who showed her that, and she said, Grandma, right? What do you think? See, that's the problem. I'm not lying about anything. It's not normal for a child to approach a sleepy man, right? Or, if she's going to the bathroom, look over me like she might need some help or something, but I don't know. Right? I wouldn't see Daphne there, right? If I did help her, right? I would think she was in there with me by herself or something, right? And yeah, I get confused, right? I'm making up a story about it. Dar. You're making me access my mental illness to figure out what you're talking about. Because my ex-wife was there all night, right? Until morning. And she never said that happened. You are. Unless you changed your mind 11 years later and kind of is pretending to remember something. I don't know what it is, right? Because I don't remember a damn thing since I fell in September of the following year and left the apartment by the end of August, right? So that means I was over 2 weeks on base before I even failed, right? So she had 2 weeks, you mean, right? Didn't do nothing about it. Then we divorced, right? That took a year, right? But I did something with the daughter, right? Who the fuck are you? I don't know who the fuck you are. My ex-wife thought I did something, she should have taken care of it then it would have been all out in the open, right? Or was that the problem? Did she really say grandma or something, Daphne? I don't remember anything. But still I can make up something that would sound plausible based on SVU, even though it's a TV show I watch frequently. I haven't seen him have to bathe a child because he got blood on him from his parents being murdered and shit like that. Whatever, whatever. And all I'm thinking is logically what I might would do. Nothing criminal, by the way, that I can stop or control. Whatever, whatever. I see, like I said, I was only around two 12-year-olds, right around that age, right? And the only way they would have been with me is one was living with her mother and a roommate. And I think she had a younger brother, too, or something. Right? And then the other had a mom who had a boyfriend, and the boyfriend was suddenly kicked out of the house for some reason. Right? And her and her mom went to the theaters, and I met her there, and we hooked up, me and the mom. I slept on the couch, ready to go to bedtime, right? That's all I know, right? Woke up next morning, like I said, right? Anything more, I'd have to make up there, too. Now, the problem is, the girl with the roommate, the next morning, I'm laying on the floor, mom's trying to cook breakfast or something, and the girl starts putting her crotch in my face. Literally. What can I do about that? Either nothing. I'm like, oh, who the hell been started this pot of coffee, right? And I just got the hell out of there. Right? So the mom wanted $50 to pay the electric bill, so I gave it to her. And that's, I don't know if anything more happened, right? But if it did, the girl would have to what? Come in there and wake you up in the living room. Right. And guess who would be trying to talk her out of it and tell her that's statutory rape, no matter who does it? You need to tell the police on that. It's the boy rape, it's all raped you, or the boyfriend came there to you, right? That's what I would have to tell her, right? No one legally can have sex with an underage girl, right? Though it's a physical thing, what does that mean? Even if she presses it, she could make you do something. She could make me have to do something to her because I don't know what to do, right? And I keep telling her the best I can. I'll get in trouble, not you. They don't care about me. They'll put me under the jail, honey. And I'm trying to talk her out of it. That's all I can do, right? It's try. But I would do it in the nice way, too. I wouldn't be mad with her. It wasn't her fault. It wasn't my fault. Nope. And whose fault would it be? The boyfriend or the roommate? Right? Why the hell is he out of the house now? Mom never told me why. No. Daughter never told me why. Mm-hmm. But Shane's in the Navy, so he's going back to Virginia. He's only on leave for 30 days, right? And by the time he gets back, the boyfriend would be back in the house. And he was. Back in the little apartment in Chatham City, right? Now, if the girl came in there to you saying the man molested her, and she wanted to have sex with you so he wouldn't rape her next time, what would you do? Let her say, well, I can't do it either because I get in trouble too. And then she swears I will never tell her. Anybody, if you let me make love to you, well, you gotta be on top, right? That way I can't, resist you, right? I can't throw you off of me or anything because you're being the aggressor then, right? I don't remember that happening. That's weird, huh? Right. Nor with the other little girl. Because the only one who could have molested her is the roommate. And like I said, right? Those were the only two weird situations. Now, one did happen with an Indian girl who, brother I knew named Jesse, right? And she came over to my house on my birthday, right? And she went, she was part of the crowd, so I let her have some cake or whatever, like something to drink, right? Some food, right? Well, she wound up, going to bed with this older 20-something-year-old man. So I get in there, and then she pretends to fall off the bed down to me. So I start seeing what's going on, right? But I enter the cave, but I don't go all the way in, right? So I'm like, uh-oh, so this is weird. And she's like less than 12 too, right? So I was like, what? So then I stop, right? Next thing, she goes up to the top bunk, and there my friend Joey sleeps up there with her. And he said they had sex, right? So I'm like, okay, good for you. And see, that's the kind of person, I ain't gotta have sex with some 12-year-old, right? I know better than that. Even if she's acting funny by going from me to one guy to another, right? She ain't getting none of this. If I can help it, right? Well, she again told me the same sob story. Someone was molested her and she just wanted a little reprieve or something, right? Then I again think, well, I know that's statutory rape because of your age, right? And I'm not supposed to be with you, no man is. Then I would go with the same argument with her. But that's like 3 12-year-olds, right? Right. I'm not trying to be with them either, right? From 18 to 20 something to 24, right? All this within a few years, and I'm not the aggressor. The girls would have to be. The girls would have to be. And now, that's also when I started going mentally ill with the first one. The first one was before the Navy, but I don't remember doing nothing with her either, right? Only my friend Joey said he did, right? And he was 13 and she was 12, so that didn't bother me, right? See, if you sleep with someone and you're of age, that don't bother me, right? Just don't try to get with me if you're not of age, right? You gotta be 16 and older, right? And that's anybody, Now, if you're a guy, no deal. Only females. And like I said, this dude seems creepy, or like my step-cousin Chris Stumkowski, who tried to label me as gay at 12. And I can't do nothing about that if he came in and I started having a wet dream before I, woke up next morning, right? And he tried to do something with me instead, right? That ain't about you, motherfucker. You're being a fucked up cousin.